Your brain is a battlefield where the rational neocortex can lose to the primal limbic system in milliseconds. Impulse buying isn't just a bad decision. It's a perfectly engineered psychological raid. It begins with a dopamine hook. You see an object and your mind instantly paints a future where your life feels better because you own it. And in 2026, algorithms don't just show you ads. They sense your patterns. They serve you temptation at the exact moment your self-control is depleted by stress, exhaustion, boredom, or emotional overload. You don't buy the product. You buy relief. You buy a mood shift. You buy a new version of yourself that exists only in your imagination for 10 seconds, and then disappears the moment the package arrives. Because the truth is simple and brutal. Impulse buying is rarely about the item. It's about the emotion behind the click. The brain doesn't experience money as numbers. It experiences money as pain when it leaves your control. Marketers and platforms learned how to turn that pain invisible. One-click checkout, saved cards, buy now, pay later, subscriptions that renew in silence. It's all designed to remove the moment where your brain would normally wake up and ask, do I really need this? When friction disappears, reason becomes optional. And when reason becomes optional, your ancient survival brain takes the wheel. To understand impulse buying, you have to understand what your brain is actually trying to do. Your nervous system is constantly scanning for discomfort. Stress, emptiness, insecurity, fatigue, loneliness, frustration. Impulse buying is a fast, easy way to change your internal state without solving the real problem. It's a coping strategy disguised as shopping. Your brain learns that a purchase can instantly create excitement, anticipation, and a temporary sense of control. That anticipation is the key. People assume the pleasure comes from owning the thing, but the strongest chemical reward often happens before you even get it, while you're imagining it. Dopamine isn't the pleasure chemical. Dopamine is the pursuit chemical. It spikes when your brain thinks something is valuable and obtainable. That's why scrolling online stores late at night can feel strangely addictive. You're not just browsing products. You're hunting for a feeling. Each item you see is a potential identity upgrade, a quick escape hatch, a tiny promise that the future could feel lighter. And your brain loves promises. This is where the psychology becomes terrifyingly effective. Your brain doesn't buy objects. Your brain buys narratives. It buys stories like, if I get this, I'll finally be disciplined. If I get this, I'll finally look confident. If I get this, I'll finally be productive. If I get this, I'll finally feel like my life is moving forward. The product becomes a symbol, a shortcut, a ritual. You're not purchasing a sweater. You're purchasing the fantasy of becoming the kind of person who has everything under control. And fantasies are extremely powerful because they bypass logic and go straight into emotional meaning. Think about a real-life example. Someone has a long, exhausting day. Their brain is drained, their patience is low, and their emotional resources are empty. They open their phone to relax for 5 minutes, and suddenly they're watching product videos, unboxing clips, reviews, must-have lists. The brain begins to light up. The world feels interesting again. The mind starts whispering, this could fix something. And right there, the door opens. Not because the person is weak, because the person is human. Self-control isn't an infinite resource. It's a battery. And the lower it gets, the more your brain switches to automatic behavior. Psychologists call this decision fatigue. When you've made hundreds of small choices throughout the day, how to respond to people, what to focus on, what to ignore, how to regulate your emotions, your prefrontal cortex becomes less effective. That's the part responsible for planning, resisting temptation, and thinking long-term. When it's tired, you don't become stupid. You become short-term. The brain starts optimizing for immediate relief, not future stability. And modern shopping environments are built like casinos. Endless options, constant stimulation, bright rewards, minimal friction. Your attention gets pulled into a loop. Scroll, desire,
Immagine.
click, relief, repeat. The longer you stay inside this loop, the harder it becomes to break it, because every scroll creates microspikes of dopamine. It's not just buying that's addictive, it's the seeking. Now add stress into the equation. Stress does something brutal to human psychology. It narrows your time horizon. When your brain feels threatened by financial pressure, social pressure, emotional insecurity, uncertainty, it starts acting like survival is urgent. In survival mode, long-term planning fades. The brain starts asking, what can I do right now to feel better? That's why people impulse buy when they feel anxious, lonely, or overwhelmed. Not because they don't understand consequences, but because their nervous system prioritizes immediate emotional regulation over future logic. Impulse buying can also be a form of identity repair. When you feel small, powerless, or unseen, your brain searches for something that can restore status, confidence, or self-worth. Buying something new creates a temporary psychological upgrade. I'm someone who can get things. I'm someone who has taste. I'm someone who's improving. Even when you know it's irrational, it still works for a moment. There's also a social layer. Humans are tribal. We are wired to compare ourselves. And in 2026, comparison isn't occasional. It's constant. Social media doesn't just show you people. It shows you curated versions of their lives. Better bodies, better homes, better routines, better aesthetics. Your brain absorbs it like a silent pressure. You're behind. And when you feel behind, you become vulnerable to quick fixes. A purchase promises to close the gap instantly. Not actually, but emotionally. A new thing can create the feeling of progress without the real work of building a life you genuinely enjoy. This is where the future self illusion becomes dangerous. Your brain loves to believe that one purchase can permanently change your habits. You buy the gym outfit and imagine the disciplined version of you. You buy the notebook and imagine the organized version of you. You buy the camera and imagine the creative version of you. You're not buying the item. You're buying permission to believe in yourself for a few minutes. And the brain is addicted to that moment of belief. But the brain has another trick. The pain of paying is shrinking. In older times, spending money felt physical. You handed over cash. You saw it leave. Your nervous system registered loss. Today, money disappears silently. Top. Face ID. Done. The brain doesn't feel the sting in the same way, so the emotional brake system is weaker. This is why people often overspend online far more than in real life. The brain is disconnected from consequences. Now let's talk about one of the strongest weapons in impulse buying, scarcity and FOMO. Fear of missing out is not modern. It's ancient. In the past, missing out on resources could mean danger, hunger, loss, instability. So when you see limited time, only 2 left, sale ends tonight, your survival brain hears something deeper than a discount. It hears, take it now or you might lose it forever. That fear collapses critical thinking. Scarcity turns desire into urgency. Urgency kills reflection. And the most dangerous part? Your brain can mistake urgency for value. The more urgent something feels, the more valuable it seems. That's why flash sales work. That's why countdown timers work. That's why drops and limited editions create obsession. The brain is not calmly calculating usefulness. It's reacting to a perceived threat of loss. Impulse buying is also deeply connected to emotional regulation. Some people buy when they're sad. Some buy when they're bored. Some buy when they're angry. Some buy when they feel numb. And numbness is important here, because numbness is psychological starvation. When the brain feels nothing, it becomes desperate to feel something. Shopping is a safe way to stimulate emotion, creates movement inside the body, creates anticipation, creates a narrative. It makes life feel less empty for a moment. But then comes the crash, because once the purchase is done, your brain exits the chase. The dopamine drops, reality returns, and many people experience a familiar wave. Guilt, regret, shame, frustration. They ask, what is wrong with me? But nothing is wrong with you. You're watching a loop. Discomfort craving short relief, guilt more discomfort. Guilt becomes the fuel. The next day, you try to feel better again, and the brain remembers, buying worked last time. That's how the habit forms. If you want to understand impulse buying as a habit, you need to see it as conditioning. Your brain learns through repetition. If buying gives relief, the brain stores it as a solution. The solution doesn't have to be good. It only has to be fast. That's how the nervous system operates under stress. Speed over wisdom. And the smartest platforms make it easier by personalizing temptation. Your feed is not neutral. It's a mirror built to trigger you. If you often shop when you feel tired, your brain starts associating nighttime with browsing. If you shop when you feel lonely, your brain associates silence with buying. Your environment becomes a trigger. Your phone becomes a doorway. And your brain doesn't even need a reason anymore, it only needs a cue. So how do you break it without relying on motivation? Because motivation is unreliable. You need something stronger: structure. You need to protect your brain at the exact moment it becomes vulnerable. First, understand this. Impulse buying happens in a narrow window. The window between desire and action can be only seconds. Your goal is not to never want things. Your goal is to slow down the moment. When you slow down the moment, the prefrontal cortex comes back online. The rational brain doesn't need perfection. It just needs time. One powerful technique is the delay rule. When you want to buy something unplanned, you wait. Not forever, just long enough to break the trance. Could be 10 minutes, 1 hour, or 24 hours depending on how intense your impulses are. During that wait, your brain usually cools down. The fantasy loses power. Urgency fades. You can think clearly again. Second, ask a question that destroys the identity fantasy. Instead of, "Do I want it?" ask, "What feeling am I trying to buy?" Be brutally honest. Is it relief, confidence, control, a reward, a distraction? When you name the feeling, you stop being possessed by it. Awareness creates distance. Third, reduce frictionless payment. Make spending slightly annoying. Remove saved cards. Turn off one-click checkout. Put your payment details somewhere you have to manually enter. This sounds small, but psychologically it's huge. Friction is not inconvenience. Friction is protection. It gives your rational brain a chance to speak. Fourth, create a replacement ritual. Because the brain doesn't just stop habits. It replaces them. If impulse buying is how you regulate emotion, you need another regulation tool. When you feel the impulse, try a short reset. Stand up, drink water, take 10 slow breaths, walk for 2 minutes, or write one sentence. Right now I feel uncertain and I want to buy to escape it. This interrupts the automatic chain. Fifth, set a fun budget that is intentional. Impulse buying often explodes when people treat all spending as either bad or out of control. Your brain rebels. If you give yourself a planned space for pleasure, even a small amount, you reduce the emotional hunger that drives the impulse. The brain needs rewards. The difference is, planned rewards build stability, impulsive rewards build chaos. And here's the deeper truth that almost nobody says out loud. The real opposite of impulse buying isn't discipline. It's a life that doesn't require constant escape. When your days are empty, exhausting, or emotionally tight, your brain will keep searching for relief. Shopping is just one of the fastest relief systems available. The goal isn't to shame yourself into control. The goal is to build a nervous system that feels safe, nourished, and supported enough that it doesn't need to self-medicate with purchases. Impulse buying is your psyche speaking in the language of modern culture. It's saying, I need joy, I need comfort, I need novelty, I need control, I need something to look forward to. And the market answers instantly with products. But you can answer with something deeper, with meaning, rest, connection, and structure. So the next time you feel that impulse rising, don't call yourself weak. Say this instead: my brain is trying to protect me. It's just using an outdated strategy. You are not broken. You're human in an environment designed to exploit human psychology. And if you take only one idea from this video, let it be this: your impulse is not the enemy. The speed is the enemy. Slow the moment down and you regain your power. Create friction and you regain your choices. Learn the feeling behind the click and you regain your freedom. Because when you stop buying emotions, you start building them. And that's when reason finally wins, not by force, but by design.